Okay, so we continue our Shadowland clear, endless clear with stage 11. Now here I used Moon Girl. Well, you know, Moon Girl, she is pretty bad, I'm not gonna lie, but she has a good leadership, so you have reason to build her outside of doing one stage of low Shadowlands. Also, she's from special missions, so she's pretty easy to build. Now, I decided to use Moon Girl here just because I knew she has low damage, and I knew I won't be able to use her anywhere else except somewhere around the 10, 11 stage of Shadowlands. Now, as you can see, the rotation is actually pretty simple. You just go 5, 1, and 3, and you let the dinosaur do basically all the work, like keeping aggro and knocking them up and all of that. Uh, yeah, she's not hard to play, like not at all. Also, her new uniform is amazing. Now, I don't have that uniform, but if you do, well, you can clear a lot higher stage, a stage that is a lot higher. Yeah, you see, when they come in, they attack you. You need to be a bit careful here. I really wasn't, but I still managed to do this with a bit of luck. Yeah, when they come in, they won't go for the dinosaur, they will go for you. They will try to attack you, so you need to be a bit careful, but all in all, it's not a hard clear, not at all. The damage is actually bad. Wow. Now that I look again at this encounter, man, it's really bad. Also, this was my first attempt, so yeah. Oh, and of course I have her tire too because of that CDP of destruction. No other reason basically. So yeah. Now we move on to stage 12. Now here I did a bit of a trick. Like it's a trick that I learned back when Shadowlands was actually hard, like really hard at the beginning, and that's combining Wang and Calcidius. Because you see, Calcidius is kind of a one-trick pony. He only does massive damage with his 5th skill, which is also a long iframe, so there is that. Also, he has an iframe on the 3rd skill. Now that's basically whatever. So what you want to do is go 3 into 5, and then you have a decision to make. You can either go 1, like the 1st skill, that will stun them, but in the end of the animation, so not that good. But if you stun them, you can go into the 2nd skill, or you can just go 3, 5, switch to Wong, run around, then switch back to Calcidius, 3, 5, run around. Now why I use Wong is because, well, Wong is kind of a bad character, like maybe tier 2 with his uniform, maybe, but yeah, he's pretty bad, and he has a pretty good team up bonus with Calcidius, so that's why I do this. So 5, 3, run around, pretty easy. You need a... Now off to floor 13. Now here I used the white tiger, but her damage was not good enough. She is incredibly easy to kill the stage of Shadowland with, but her damage, man, I really remember that her damage is a lot bigger than this. As you can see, she can basically keep them stunned always, and it's very easy to keep them both stunned with the 5th skill. Also, it's easy to stuck them in a corner like I did here with the 2nd skill, so it's really easy to do this. And she's incredibly powerful. Also, she has that invincibility, so no problems at all. But her damage, wow, I remembered her having decent damage, but she does not have decent damage, but that's okay. I use Gorgon to just physical damage leadership to do this stage Now, without the physical damage leadership, I wouldn't be able to do this just because of the damage. Now, you see, I also took a bit of damage here, but that's because the Groot dodged my fifth skill, which was weird. I don't know how that happened. Whatever. But basically, this is my second attempt. The first attempt was without Gorgon, and it was easy. It really was. I uh, didn't have any problems keeping them in the corner, keeping them CC'd. No issue dying, not at all. But the time ran out when Thor Jane Foster was around, I don't know, let's say it was 30% or something like that, 30 to 50% health. So really missing the damage. What I recommend doing with White Tiger is, if you have her tier 1, like I do, is just clear a low stage. You can easily clear a low stage. I'm trying 13, but I think she can do stage 5, no, not 5, because that's maybe 6 or 7 without the leadership. So yeah, I guess it's worth investing, because you just get in there, get that low stage clear, no problem. So she's pretty good. She's pretty good, I must say. Moving on to stage 14. Okay, so here I actually didn't know who to use. I tried to use only tier 1s around those stages. I trying to keep all my tier 2s for stage 20 and up. But yeah, I didn't know who to use. And it was a rumble stage, so I had to use someone powerful. You will see this is an incredible overkill. Like, this is overkill all the way. But she was one of the only tier 1s that actually had damage and actually could do a rumble. Now that I think about it, I should have used the shitty tier 2 rather than her, just because, but yeah. Alright, so for the stage 15, here we have an entry stage, which, as you know, it's pretty hard, so I decided to go with a tier 2. Now that tier 2 is Hellstorm. He is pretty good, but he couldn't solo this. I tried a few times. Maybe if I tried a few more times, maybe I could, I don't know, be lucky one time and get a solo. But I decided, why not give him a leadership and just be done with it. Now I had the Singularity with her 30% energy leadership, and I thought, well, Singularity is pretty good in rumbles because she has that 3 skill that pulls them all in, so it should be a 1-2 punch that just obliterates this stage. And you can see that's pretty much what happened. I basically one-shotted this stage incredibly easy. Now I took some damage, but I guess that's because Hawkeye stunned me. Yeah, that it's whatever. I did a bit of an overkill here, a little bit. Okay, so let's talk about the build of those characters that I used. First one is gonna be Hellstorm. Hellstorm is tier 2 and he's a very good tier 2 in my opinion. He's easy to farm, but I don't have any Uro on him. The skills are all at 3 except the third and the summons. I always go for level 6 on buffs and summons. ISO is very bad, but it does the job right. This is a very good custom gear with fire damage and crit, both good for Hellstorm and also invincibility. Maybe a damage proc would have been better, but it's fine like this. It is a 5-star, but it fits like a glove for him. Singularity is the next one. Now her gear is bad. It's only 15. Skills, everything is at 3. ISO, it's remarkably good. I don't remember why I put such a good ISO on Singularity, but okay, whatever. Custom gear is critical and invincibility and whatever. I think invincibility is by far the best for Singularity just because her survivability is just not that good. Moving on to Victorious. Now I am working on Victorious to make her tier 2, but you know, shifters and all that, it's gonna take me a while. So her gears look like this. Her skills look like this because I maxed out the third and the fourth, and I think I'm gonna max out the fifth, but not quite now. Her ISO is a 6-star Power of Angry Hulk, so it's pretty good. Custom gear, it's the best, I think, for her. She is an offensive-minded character, but she does make use of her max HP pool. So I think a max HP with a damage proc is the best for her. And look at this damage proc, man, 200%. And also, who, what other character can benefit from max HP and a damage proc? Like being half um, damage oriented, half defense orientated. I don't think that happens a lot, but she does make maximum use of max HP and this damage proc. And the dodge, it's, yeah, it's whatever, it's there, I guess. Alright, so the other three characters I used, going with Moon Girl, I have her tier 2 just because of CTP of Destruction from special missions, the only reason. Her gears are just 20, skills are all at 3, and I'm not gonna level them up. ISO is incredibly bad, only 3 stars, but I guess she could clear that stage of Shadowlands, so it's good enough. And I have this obelisk on her, which I put just so that she would have an obelisk, because I don't think Moon Girl is anything else than a leadership in my opinion. Now, moving on to Colcidius. Um, his gears are 15, his skills are all at 3, even his 5th skill, which, yeah, maybe I should have made his 5th skill level 6, but not now. ISO, it's again something like this. And custom gear is crit damage, crit rate, so it's okay. It's okay. Now I only use Calcidius for that destroyer stage because he's really good against destroyers. Moving on to White Tiger, her gears are at 15. I will make her tier 2, but for the moment her gears are 15 and her skills all at 3. ISO again something like this, and custom gear, well, this custom gear is basically only crit rate, because let's face it, cold resist, really. And although now that I think about it, this recovery actually helped me a bit, so yeah. Alright, so she's just an easy low stage clear, that's all she is. Alright, so this was it for stages 15 uh, 11 to 15, and see you in the next one where I will be going through stages 16 to 20.